Here are the stories for the Manila Times for Friday, February 25, 2022. This is brought to you by Wilkin Depot, the country's leading home improvement and construction supplies retailer. Visit the 24/7 Wilkin online store by going to shop.wilkin.com.ph. Russia's ground forces invaded Ukraine from several directions on Thursday, encircling the country within hours of President Vladimir Putin announcing his decision to launch an assault. Heavy Russian tanks and other equipment crossed the frontier in a string of northern regions, as well as from the Kremlin-annexed peninsula of Crimea in the south. They are also advancing into the Western-backed government's territory along the Eastern Front, where a separatist insurgency has claimed more than 14,000 lives since 2014. Ukraine's confirmed military death toll reached 5 a few hours after Putin launched the invasion. But there are reports of major clashes along large parts of the vast Eastern European country, and the death toll seemed likely to climb throughout the day. Ukraine has claimed to have killed around 50 Russian occupiers while taking back control of the eastern frontline town of Shastia. Meanwhile, back here, the government has ensured the safety of Filipinos in Ukraine following reports that Russia on Thursday launched attacks on several Ukrainian cities, including the capital, Kyiv. Acting palace spokesman Carlo Alexei Nograles said in a statement the Department of Foreign Affairs is repatriating Filipinos living in Ukraine. As of February 18, the DFA has repatriated 6 of the more than 300 Filipinos living in Ukraine. As of February 18, the DFA has repatriated 6 of the more than 300 Filipinos in Ukraine. Foreign Affairs Secretary Teodoro Locsin Jr. said the Philippine Embassy in Warsaw, Poland anticipates the influx of Filipinos crossing over from Ukraine to avoid getting caught in the conflict. Locsin said Poland has agreed to the Philippine government's appeal to allow Filipinos fleeing from Ukraine to cross its border even without European Union visas. In other news, the former health secretary of the late former President Benigno Aquino III has endorsed the candidacy of Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr. and his running mate Davao City Mayor Sara Duterte Carpio. Iloilo Representative Janet Garin was appointed health chief in 2015, made the endorsement during an interview after the rally of the unit team at the Gimbal Stadium in Iloilo was postponed following a row over its choice as a venue. Garin said she is supporting Marcos and Duterte Carpio because she believes in their call for unity. She said she senses Marcos's very great motivation to deliver to the people because he wants to disprove the allegations hurled against him. Other members of Aquino's cabinet have voiced support to Marcos's rival, Vice President Maria Leonor Leni Robredo. Bureau of Customs Commissioner Ray Leonardo Guerrero will turn over to his successor a fully computerized bureau after a new president of the country assumed office on June 30. BOC Assistant Commissioner and spokesman Philip Vincent Maronilla said, "The full computerization of the bureau will result in paperless transactions, which would mean lesser corruption due to the elimination of person-to-person interaction between customs employees, brokers, and importers." The private sector is working with the government in exploring safe exit strategies from the COVID-19 pandemic. During the recent virtual town hall meeting with medical and data experts, public officials, and representatives from the private sector, Presidential Advisor for Entrepreneurship, Jose Maria Joy Concepcion III said reopening the economy has become more urgent now that the country faces a serious debt problem. He said the crisis in Ukraine has also driven up commodity prices worldwide and is expected to have an immediate impact on the local economy. Over to business. The National Economic and Development Authority expressed optimism that Davao Region's economy will have bright prospects this year, particularly growth in employment, micro, small, and medium enterprises, and tourism. During the Panelist for Global Surge, the future plans and programs for the continuous economic development and progress of Davao Region online event organized by the Davao City Chamber of Commerce and Industry Incorporated, Maria Lourdes Lim, the Regional Director of NEDA Region 9, shared the agency's growth and development prospects for Davao Region amid the lingering impacts of the pandemic. Topping sports, an extra time to produce for the FIBA World Cup Asian qualifiers is considered a luxury for the Gilas Pilipinas team, which is scrambling to prepare for the competition. Following South Korea's decision to pull out in the tournament due to the COVID-19 surge in its country, Gilas head coach Chot Reyes used the extra day on Thursday to sharpen up the national team composed of experienced and young players. Any of these players included in the 15-man pool Dwight Ramos, Angelo Cuame, 30 Ravenna, Juan Gomez de Liaño, JD Tungcab, Sadi Rangel, William Navarro, LeBron Lopez, Kelly Williams, Troy Rosario, Roger Pogoy, Kib Montabo, Gab Banal, Robert Bolek, and Poy Eram can see action against India in the 6 p.m. encounter. Rigoberto Tiglao and Ruben Torres are today's front page columnists. Tiglao presents 6 facts of the 1986 People Power Revolution that people did not know of, while Torres discusses the labor agenda of presidential candidate and Manila Mayor Francisco Isko Moreno Domagoso. Today's editorial discusses the fallout from the Russian invasion of Ukraine. Read a full version on the paper's opinion section or listen to the voice of the Times. For more news and information, get a copy of the Manila Times on print, subscribe to its digital edition, or log on to www.manilatimes.net. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram, and keep up with the Times. On behalf of the Manila Times, this is Arik John Seco reporting. Have a safe Friday ahead.